What impact does your statistical place in the NBA have on you?
Well, that never drove me. You know what I mean? The stats only add up when you put forth the effort and you don't worry about it. If I sit here and play for the stats, I would have never retired in '93. Or I still probably be chasing Wilt Chamberlain's all-time, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar all-time scoring lead. It's all about winning championships and winning. The stats that matter to me is the games that we win and the rings that you collect.
When it comes to the modern day sports media, and especially NBA fans, all they care about is individual numbers. The team loses, doesn't really matter. My guy, my favorite player, he got a triple-double, shot 50%. Stats-wise, he played well. He can't be at fault. That is the mindset mentality that runs rampant among NBA fans. And when it comes to NBA history, one of the greatest stat compilers we've ever seen is, of course, LeBron James. Now, for LeBron, it's a little bit more different. When he breaks a record, has a great game, puts up big-time numbers, the majority of the time his team suffers because of that. When he passed Dirk on the all-time scoring list for 5th place, lost to the Spurs. Passed Jordan for 4th place, lost versus Denver. Passed Kobe for 3rd, lost versus Philly. Passed Malone for 2nd, lost to the Wizards. And of course last year when he passed Kareem, lost to OKC. Call it a coincidence, happenstance, whatever you want. But it's plain as day, when LeBron has a big-time milestone, big-time individual accomplishment, his team suffers.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You lose!
And looking at 2024 specifically, this year, there's been 3 big-time games that are really noteworthy and monumental. And coincidentally, they all came versus the Denver Nuggets. Opening night in Colorado, ring ceremony night, the Lakers lost by 12. After all summer long, Anthony Davis, even LeBron a little bit, were chirping and talking trash about the Nuggets. The next big milestone game, Kobe Statue Night in Los Angeles versus Denver. Kind of a must-win game for the overall legacy of Kobe and to honor him. And in a way they did. They lost by 8 points, shout out Kobe number 8, but again, a big time flounder on a monumental night. And of course, this past weekend, LeBron cracking 40,000 points, something no one's ever done. In the fourth quarter, LA got trounced and simply dominated. And looking at the front page of ESPN, I just thought this was, the epitome of LeBron James and the current state of the NBA media. The front headline, Denver 124, LA 114. And underneath it, LeBron James reaching 40,000 points. That graphic right there, put it in a museum, bears the perfect encapsulation of LeBron James and his career. Great longevity, great stats, great individual accolades. But on the winning front, time and time again, came up short. And the fact Los Angeles now has lost 7 straight games versus Denver, that on its own is embarrassing. And looking at LeBron himself this summer, when he was kind of chirping with the Nuggets, he had a quote on Instagram saying he called himself the Sun and says he's on forever. Another classic example of LeBron James, mouth doing the talking, play on the court, not backing it up. And per usual, shooting himself in the foot big time.
It was just a lot of the talking and all the Lakers. It was just so much of that going on. All right, we get it, y'all won. But, I think, me and Brian had some conversations we can't wait.
Davis will shoot a 3. That's it. 7 consecutive wins for the Nuggets over the Lakers.
And looking at the Lakers' overall team this year, they've just screamed inconsistency. And with LeBron James as their leader in the post-bubble era, that's what they've been year after year. And I think 2024 to this point once again proves that bubble championship was so fraudulent. As looking at LA in non-bubble years, not once has been above the 7th seed, and twice has missed the playoffs. And despite having Anthony Davis, Carmelo, Westbrook, all these Hall of Famers, LeBron in the post-bubble era hasn't finished above 50 wins a single season. And the Lakers now, for the second straight year, win the play-in tournament. Another Adam Silver gift for LeBron James to make the postseason. And here's kind of the odd thing with the 2024 Lakers. In past years, LeBron and Anthony Davis, either one of those guys or both of them, were hurt. This year, both these guys have been healthy and still a 500 ball club. If you look at 2019, 2021, 2022, 23, and 24, all signs point to Lakers being a mediocre team on LeBron's watch. What is the one outlier season and the one fluke year? Of course, the 2020 bubble with a 6-month layoff. And once again, looking at LeBron versus Denver. Last year, Game 3 West Finals in Los Angeles down 2-0. In the post-bubble era, this is the biggest game of LeBron's career in Los Angeles. Now, LeBron in this game in the fourth quarter, trailing by 2 points entering the fourth, laid an absolute dud, shooting 33%, and they ended up losing by 11 points. And LeBron, per usual, walked off the court early. Aside from great stats, bad fourth quarter play, walking off the court early is another common theme of LeBron's career. And when it comes to clutch time moments, the last 5 minutes, last 3 minutes, LeBron routinely in his career has crumbled in those moments. And his big time problem versus Denver, not just this year but last year in the playoffs, was his fourth quarters. Scoring wise, averaged 5.8 points per game. Shooting wise, 30% from the field, 10% from 3, and sub 70% from the free throw line. And comparing that to Anthony Davis, who gets blamed for everything, 80 in the fourth quarters, averaged 6.8 points per game on impeccable shooting splits. And look, LeBron in the series versus Denver, if you look at his raw numbers, compared to Anthony Davis, he was better. But if you go to the crunch time moments, from games 1 through game 4, LeBron in the big time moments fumbled numerous times. And bad fourth quarter play like that, bad crunch time play, when you look at the raw numbers 10 years from now, you're not going to see that on the stat sheet or the box score. LeBron this weekend in his 40,000 point game had 26 points, 9 boards, 4 assists. A pretty damn good stat line. We're looking at his crunch time play. This dude was MIA, missing in action, nowhere to be found. He had one garbage time layup when the game was already over and out of hand. That's why his stats, in essence, they are good for some things. But winning, great clutch play, is always vastly more important than good numbers.
Hello? You play to win the game.
And I've said it before and I'll say it again, when it comes to LeBron James, he's the modern day Wilt Chamberlain. Both these guys, once in a generation talents, freak athletes, were versatile, could score the ball, pass the ball, grab boards. Coming into the NBA, had immense hype. They played on numerous teams, won championships on numerous teams, and versus their big-time rivals, allowed numerous championships on their watch. And one last common through line is the very questionable elevation of those guys' teammates. And kind of going full circle in this video, to prove LeBron is Wilt 2.0, LeBron in his losses puts up gaudy numbers all the time. Looking at LeBron's playoff career, his highest scoring series was 38.5 versus Orlando in 2009. He lost that series. His highest scoring final series was 35.8 versus the Warriors in 2015. He lost that series. In the NBA Finals, his highest scoring game was 51. He lost. In non-finals games, his high scoring game was 49 versus the Magic in Game 1. He lost. Go through LeBron's playoff history, just career in general. There's numerous times, games, and series where he puts up great stats and still loses in embarrassing fashion. That's why when it comes to the 40,000 point mark, yes, it is impressive in terms of longevity and sustained greatness. But compared to Michael Jordan, moving that needle in the GOAT debate doesn't really do anything. At this point in LeBron's career, if you're banking on him doing something that'll change your mind in years 22 through 25, I mean, I'm here to tell you, it's not going to happen. Right now, you're in one or two camps. LeBron isn't the GOAT, or he is. Years 22 to 25, not going to change that at all. And if you think it will, you're being very, very naive. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.